Hey everybody, I'm your host Marco.
And I'm Nancy. Today, we're diving into a topic that touches almost everyone's life.
That's right, overthinking. It's that common struggle we all experience sometimes.
So, what's the actual definition of overthinking? We all analyze things deeply, but when does that healthy reflection turn into a problem?
Overthinking is when your mind gets stuck spinning in circles. Instead of moving toward a solution, you just feel increasingly stressed and confused. It's more than just deep thinking.
Can all this overthinking actually harm our health?
A fantastic question, Nancy. Absolutely. Overthinking isn't just mentally draining. It can negatively impact us physically as well.
Seriously? Tell us more about that.
When you're constantly overanalyzing, it triggers stress and anxiety. That can destroy your sleep, leave you perpetually tired, and even cause physical symptoms like headaches and muscle tension.
You mentioned physical effects, but what about the mental health side?
Mentally, it creates a feeling of being stuck, unable to progress or make clear decisions. This chronic stress eventually takes a toll on your immune system. Plus, it's a known contributor to issues like anxiety and depression.
Is there real science behind all this?
That's a smart thing to ask, Nancy. And yes, it is scientifically proven. Research consistently shows that repetitive, negative overthinking can trigger chronic stress.
I understand. Can you elaborate on chronic stress?
Chronic stress causes your body to pump out hormones like cortisol. High levels of cortisol over time weaken your immune system, seriously disrupt your sleep, and often contribute to conditions like anxiety and depression. Neuroscience research confirms that overthinking literally overstimulates the brain, making it extremely hard to focus or manage emotions. This isn't just theory, it's solid science.
Totally. But what do you think is the root cause of this constant overthinking?
That's complex. I bet there are many factors. It might stem from a deep fear of making the wrong choice, or perhaps from obsessively worrying about other people's opinions.
You're probably right. I also think it links back to our innate desire to control everything in our lives. We overanalyze situations trying to predict every single outcome, mistakenly believing that deep thinking will prevent mistakes.
And let's not ignore the elephant in the room, social media. We are constantly comparing our lives to everyone else's highlight reel, which dramatically fuels anxiety.
Precisely. We only see the best parts of others' lives, and we start questioning if we're good enough. That sense of not measuring up makes us second-guess all our choices and actions.
Let's put it to the audience. Do you feel social media significantly increases your overthinking? Have you ever gotten stuck comparing your life to others? Drop a comment and tell us.
It really boils down to fearing those big what-if scenarios. What if I fail to achieve the same success as others? Or what if people criticize my decisions?
Right. When those common what-if thoughts surface, like what if I look foolish or what if this goes wrong, instead of spiraling, we need to ground ourselves. We can say, if that happens, I'll handle it. I'll breathe, learn from it, and adjust next time.
I was talking to a friend who admitted he overthinks constantly, even during simple tasks like cleaning. He said his mind is just always racing.
Here's a quick tip. First, you have to clearly name the thing you're focusing on. Ask yourself directly, what is the core concern here?
That's right. Once you pinpoint the thought, immediately log it in a notes app and add a note saying, I'll allocate time to think about this later.
Precisely. That way, when you revisit it, you can approach it calmly and find a practical solution.
And here's the surprising part. When you actually open that note later, most of those urgent thoughts turn out to be completely unimportant or unnecessary.
Okay, let's shift gears to tackling negative thoughts. What are the best ways to stop them?
I've definitely struggled with this myself. Stopping those negative mental loops is incredibly tough, but I found a few strategies that help.
Negative thoughts bubble up for all kinds of reasons. Often, it's stress. When we feel overwhelmed, our minds automatically fixate on problems instead of looking for solutions. It can also be tied to our past. If we've dealt with failures or disappointments, our mind may cling to those memories, creating fear of similar outcomes. It starts as protection, but quickly becomes unnecessary negativity.
And again, there's the issue of comparison. When we're constantly measuring ourselves against others, online or offline, we develop that feeling of not being good enough. That negative feeling can rapidly spiral.
Time for the solutions. 1. First, recognize the negative thought. Journaling. Write those negative thoughts down in a journal or notes app. This simple act helps you see the recurring patterns and triggers.
Exercise regularly. It has a huge positive impact on both physical and mental well-being. A great bonus of exercise is its power to relieve inner tension and anxiety.
Seek support. If you're wrestling with negative thoughts, talk to a trusted friend or family member. Sharing helps you vent and, even better, allows you to reframe those negative thoughts into something more positive.
Flip the script. Stop using absolute language. Instead of thinking, I always fail, try reframing it to, I'm viewing this as a learning opportunity to improve.
Now for our quick vocabulary boost. Our first word is articulate.
That's a good one. What does articulate mean exactly?
Being articulate means you can express yourself clearly and effectively. It describes someone who can get their thoughts and ideas across in a simple, understandable way.
Correct.
Here are 2 examples. 1, she's so articulate that her speeches always inspire the audience. This means her clear and effective expression of ideas inspires and motivates listeners. 2, he was very articulate in the interview, answering every question perfectly. This shows he communicated his thoughts effectively and clearly, providing precise, thoughtful answers.
Got it. Next up is sophisticated. What does that term convey?
Sophisticated refers to having considerable knowledge or experience, being cultured, or having refined tastes. We also use it to describe something that's advanced or complex.
An example, please?
Certainly. She has a sophisticated sense of fashion, means she has a refined and elegant style. Also, the technology in this new phone is quite sophisticated, implies the phone has complex, high-level technology with advanced features that set it apart from simpler models.
I see. So sophisticated works for both people and objects?
That's correct. For a person, we might say, he has a sophisticated taste in music, always listening to classical and jazz. This just means he has refined preferences and a deep appreciation for complex, cultured genres.